Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Olivia. I'm a gender-affirming voice teacher, and today I'm going to be doing another installment of my Q&A series. Once a month, I'm going to be answering a question from you about voice training, about singing, about vocal health, whatever it is you have questions about, I want to hear from you. So don't forget to write your questions down below in the comments. So let's dive in with today's question. Today's question is, I had FFS about 4 months ago, that's facial feminization surgery, including a lot of work on my jaw, chin, and neck, including a tracheal shave. I am keen to start voice training, but my voice is still weak and crackly from surgery, and my range is much more limited than before. The surgeon assures me my voice should return to normal within approximately 6 months. Do you have any experience of working with people who've had similar surgery? And would it be advisable for me to wait until fully recovered before starting voice training? First of all, congratulations to you on taking this big step of FFS, and I hope that it has been a really affirming and positive part of your transition. So, for those who are unfamiliar, FFS is facial feminization surgery. That can include forehead contouring, brow lifts, rhinoplasty, chin reshaping, and of course, as this person mentioned, a tracheal shave. So all of the other procedures, like the forehead contouring and chin and all of that stuff, should not affect your voice at all because you're not, anywhere close to your vocal cords. But the tracheal shave is the one that we have to look out for. So let's talk about what that is and how it can affect your voice. A tracheal shave, if done correctly, should not have any impact on your voice. You might experience some temporary changes due to the swelling or scar tissue or things like that, but those things should dissipate within, a couple of days to a couple of weeks. So what is a tracheal shave? A tracheal shave isn't what it sounds like. It's not actually shaving your trachea. The trachea is your windpipe. It's actually called a chondrolaryngoplasty. It's just commonly called a tracheal shave for some reason. So this is a procedure that reduces the size of the thyroid cartilage of the larynx. So this little spot that is shaved down typically is what we commonly refer to as the Adam's apple. This protrusion in the neck usually shows up for people who are assigned male at birth after they go through a testosterone puberty. So testosterone causes the vocal cords to lengthen, get thicker, and it also changes the size of the larynx. So it causes the larynx to grow, that cartilage to grow, and it also gives a little tilt in the larynx. And that's why we get that little bump. So that cartilage, the thyroid cartilage, there's also the cricoid cartilage, this makes up the larynx, which is this structure that houses your vocal cords in your throat. And your vocal cords are two bands of tissue that vibrate to produce sound inside. Now the vocal cords actually attach to the thyroid cartilage right at that spot where a surgeon would be shaving that down. So that's why it's really important for a surgeon to proceed with extreme caution when they are doing a tracheal shave. So what are the risks of a tracheal shave? I recently had a discussion with Dr. Baird, who is a leading otolaryngologist and surgeon at the University of Chicago. If you're interested in checking out our conversation, I will link that below. But when we talked, he highlighted the risks of the tracheal shave if not done correctly. So I just want to share what he said. So Dr. Baird said, there is a significant risk to the voice after these types of surgeries, specifically tracheal shave. A lot of times they get sort of bundled into facial feminization surgery with a plastic surgeon, and that's wonderful. But someone needs to look at the cords while the Adam's apple or the thyroid cartilage is being removed, which means that someone has to take a look from above while the surgery is happening to make sure that too much of the Adam's apple is not removed. If that happens, the vocal cords can get loose and it can create a sound of the voice that's actually lower than what the voice was prior to that type of surgery. So as he says here, the amount of cartilage that is removed has to be exactly right. And if too much of that cartilage is removed, the vocal cord, they're not going to be anchored as well to the cartilage. And this can result in a lower or maybe a weaker a voice than you had prior to the surgery. So coming back to your question at the start, since your voice is still feeling weak 4 months post-op, I think the first step would be to go see an otolaryngologist. So what they can do is they can put a camera down your nose and look at your vocal cords. So they'd be able to see if this possibly happened during your tracheal shave, and if your vocal cords are working correctly. It could be nothing to do with the tracheal shave. It could be a separate issue. And depending on what the otolaryngologist sees, then you can take the next steps. So that could look like, if there's a need for a surgery, if you might have polyps or something like that, or nodes, or you might want to see a speech pathologist. Maybe it's something that, doing some voice therapy might help. So I think it's really important just to know that there are voice specialists that are available to you, hopefully available to you if you have insurance. And it's really important to check up on the state of your vocal health. So this is something that singers do often. Just go to the otolaryngologist and check out their cords, even if everything's going okay. So it's not something to be scared of. It's something to, check in on your health, just like you would with anything else. So check in with your voice specialists. That is what they're there for. So let me know down in the comments if you've had any vocal health issues yourself, or if you have had any issues with the tracheal shave surgery specifically. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more vocal feminization tips. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.